Hello, Cherries! Welcome to Live Jerry Cherry Sunday, episode 181. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to play the Phrygian Dominant Mode, 3 notes per string. And I'm sorry I'm 3 minutes late. I actually started my live, but I didn't realize that I was not streaming. I was just recording. Duh! So I'm starting all over again. So I just want to tell you that I got this idea for this live from a comment from Ivan. It says, "Hi Jerry, great live." Probably talking about the last one. And how about a complete live of the Phrygian Dominant scale, 3 notes per string? So, Ivan, if you're watching today or at some point, this video is for you, for your idea. Thank you very much. Give you a round of applause for suggesting, which I love suggestions. So we'll go ahead and we will go ahead and give a little example of what this Phrygian Dominant sounds like. Now, we're going to play D Phrygian Dominant, and it's derived from the G harmonic minor scale, and it sounds kind of like this. I got a little loop that I created right here. Check it out. Alright, so if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I usually go live every Sunday at 12 o'clock, but today we had to do it's a day late because I was coming home from a tour, and we're back and it's all good now. I want to say hello to Jared Devil, my Steelers buddy. Give you a round of applause. Alright, so this is a great mode. And I say mode, not scale. It's a scale mode. Whatever you want to call it. It's really derived from a scale, and it comes from what does it come from? It comes from this particular scale right here, the G harmonic minor scale. It comes from any key, really, but we're going with G today. So as you can see, I made this graph here, and if you want to copy these graphs, I have this one, and I have the same exact scale, G harmonic minor, but I highlighted the D notes, which is the 5th mode of the harmonic minor scale, and it's called D Phrygian Dominant. And I really think this is the easiest way to learn this, is to, when you realize that it's derived and it comes from the same scale, it's a little bit easier to understand. So, so if you wanted to play a Phrygian Dominant Mode, and make some sense out of it, you know, you have to realize that it's a dominant scale and it wants to, you know, wants to resolve somewhere. So a D dominant chord like this. Of course my E was flat. I was playing my little intro. As you probably heard there, I was trying to bend up a little bit on it. But it's live and it's, you know, gotta take it, warts and all, right? It's the great thing about going live. Or the bad thing about going live. So, all right, so going back over to here, where I'll show you this graph again. The G harmonic minor scale looks like this. When I play the D 7 chord here, wants to resolve. And that's the chord progression that I have right here. I have a G minor to a D 7. So when I'm playing, when the G minor chord happens, I'm playing the G harmonic minor scale, which is right here in front of you. And then when actually, no, it'd just be a little bit easier, just go right to here. When the D happens, I'm emphasizing the D notes, which is the bottom graph right here. You got the D. I'm hitting a lot of arpeggios here. Hello, Billy Bully. What's up? Give you a round of applause. Thanks for popping in here with me. With us, right here. So now check this out. We'll run through this a little bit more. And we will, check it out. We'll run through this. A little backing, actually a little loop that I created. And on the G chord, I'll play the top graph. And on the D7 chord, I'll play the bottom graph. The top one, I'm emphasizing the G notes. That was a nice note. So if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, all that groovy stuff. So, you know, you could try to explain it this way to maybe wrap your head around this a little bit more. If you have a regular G minor chord in a G minor scale without the harmonic minor, and you have just G minor, the 5 chord of that would be a D minor. If you follow these notes right here, so here's D, it would be a regular D Phrygian. Sound like that. But this D minor doesn't really resolve as well. See, it would sound like this. To D minor. I mean, it resolves, but it's not as nice as this. To the G. And that's really the sound of a dominant going into the next chord in Phrygian dominant. So it always wants to resolve to something. So, like if you were just jamming out in G, G minor, you wouldn't play the G dominant, Phrygian dominant right there. It would be, or how would it go? I mean, you could play that, but for you to resolve to that, it would be the D, Phrygian dominant. Hello, Jeffrey Boyle. What's happening? Give you a round of applause. So Phrygian dominant, really, really great mode, and it's something you could use a lot. Say you're just jamming in G minor. You could actually play the G minor scale. Could actually just kind of superimpose your own D Phrygian dominant in there. You know, which is pretty cool. But, you know, so if you have a progression that just kind of teeters back and forth between G minor and D, D7. As I was saying, naturally, in this G minor scale, you have a D minor triad. The Phrygian dominant is going to be a D major triad. You're welcome, Jeffrey. My pleasure. So any questions about any of this stuff, please let me know. And so let's see. What we could do is, I mean, it's really, you know, it's a little confusing, I suppose, if you're not really familiar with this mode. You know, it's basically, it's based off of a Phrygian mode, but we're just changing one note. You know, if we go back over to here, to this graph right here, we'll get out of that one. We'll put up the D, 3 notes per string, starting on the G. The regular Phrygian mode would have been an F, natural right there. But we're going to take that F And we're going to sharpen it and make it F sharp. And that's kind of like why I titled this video, or I put in on the thumbnail, the snake box, right? Because it sounds like a like a snake just kind of coming out of the box as you play this Egyptian type of scale, right? Really cool sound to it, you know. It's, if you play just a regular Phrygian mode, it would sound like this. It's a little bit more, it's a little more plain right there, a little more sterile, so you would say, G minor, D minor, which is still pretty cool. But we change that one note, and it changes everything. And the original intention of this is to have a resolve to the G minor, a strong resolution, a strong cadence to. Go. That D major. I like to play the arpeggios over that as well. And you can play seventh arpeggios, which is a G, the third, the fifth, then the major seventh. So check out the top scale, the G. So you have the G, B flat, D, the F sharp is the seventh, and the G, B flat, D, F sharp again here. And over the D chord on the bottom, so you can play a D major arpeggio here. To a G minor. So you go back and forth between those, it's pretty cool. Try it over this backing track. Check it out. Very, very cool. If you're enjoying this, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I go live every week for you and a little bit for me. So we're in this together. So any questions about any of this stuff, please let me know. Like I was saying, I got this idea for this video from a request from Ivan. And Ivan said, really great live, talking about last week when I did melodic minor. Or maybe it was the regular modes, the church modes. And he asked if I could do a complete 3-note per string notes on the shapes of Phrygian Dominant. But I'm not doing a complete 3 notes per string. But this is 3 notes per string right here. But just in one position, because I wanted to keep it simple. I didn't want to go ahead and give a full long video on all the modes, because once you get this position in your hands, then you can go off to all 7 positions and kind of do the same thing, teeter between that, and then play in your favorite area all over the neck, which could be, you could be up here or wherever you want to be. You could be a G up here, and do the whole scale thing up here. Bad notes and all. So yeah, we could take all the positions and get those a little bit later. But if you have any questions about this, let me know. I'm here to help you. I'm here on a special Monday. Normally I go live on Sundays, but I was on a gig in Texas. Yesterday played 4 gigs in a couple days. And I played in Dallas, Texas. Then went on over to Granbury, Texas. And what a cute little town that was over there in Texas at the Opera House, where I played with an ABBA tribute band. So great music of ABBA. I won't really play any now because I don't want any copyright claims. But you know the music. So if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. Give me some ideas for next week. Hopefully I could do it on Sunday, but off the top of my head, it's going to be another Monday because I will be in Tennessee, flying into Knoxville for one show on Saturday, coming home on Sunday. Pretty early, I think, though. So maybe I will do it on Sunday. I don't know. We'll have to check on that and see how it schedules out. Maybe a little bit later on Sunday if I do Sunday. So let's see. The whole idea of this video is to make some sense of this Phrygian Dominant Mode and how you use it, because first of all, it's really just to understand what is happening here with this mode, and it's a dominant mode, so to speak, like a dominant chord. Sounds like this, D7 chord, which resolves nicely to this G minor. When it's in tune. You know what I mean? Let's try that. A little better, right? So, D7 chord. So you can really take it all over the neck. I mean, if you're playing an E, like E minor, pentatonic minor, whatever. E minor pentatonic. What you would do is you would play the B Phrygian Dominant. You know, it will resolve nicely. Because in E minor, it's the same thing as G minor, as far as how it works here. If we shift it from G minor to E minor, to E minor right here, you would have the fifth degree, which would be B, and it would be a B Phrygian. It'll be a B minor. Doesn't resolve as much. Right? Yeah, my B string's a little flat right now, but if you know anything about the intonation of a guitar, it's like trying to get a D chord and an E chord in tune together. It's almost impossible. So the B is going to be a flat on an E chord. A little flat, but I'll try to compromise a little. As long as my D still stays in. It's a whole new video I should make on that. I have to raise the E a little. So it's just let's just live with it, right? So, and you guys out there with like crazy ears have to deal with this guitar tuning stuff too. It's crazy. So what we do is we'll take the B, instead of being B7, a B minor 7, we're gonna make it a B major. See how that resolves nicely? So if I'm in E, guitar player's favorite key, it would turn into E harmonic minor, which would be like this. But it doesn't always have to be harmonic minor. It could be a regular minor. But when it goes to that B chord, if you want to make it B Phrygian Dominant, it's automatically going to be an E harmonic minor because you're taking the B Phrygian Dominant mode from the E harmonic minor scale. So you're essentially switching scales right here. You're going from a natural minor to a harmonic minor. So you have that minor third interval. From right there. It's minor third. Which is also a pretty cool thing. It gives you a diminished arpeggio right there. Okay, so I just explained how you could just play it in any key, really. You're taking the natural minor scale and you're just shifting it, changing one note. So any questions about any of this stuff, please let me know. Go live here every Sunday, except when I don't. And so So any questions, let me know. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about here with this? If you want a free PDF that I created for this, we'll give you these two graphs right here. Let me know if that's helpful at all. Just send me an email at info@jerrycherry.com and I'll shoot it right over to you today. I do have a gig tonight. I got to leave at about 6. We start 7 this place. Cilantros. It's an acoustic duo gig I do with D.A. Cole on the Upper East Side. It's a new gig, our second time there, and that would be cool. And I got a guy coming to do the windows today. Not wash them. I don't do windows. And about 5 years ago, they painted the frames of the windows, because I live on a historical street, not hysterical, that too, but historical street, where all the colors and everything has to be the same, right here in Brooklyn. And so when they painted the outside of the window frame black, they actually they locked the screens in. So for 5 years, I haven't been able to open my screens. I've been here almost 6 years now. So the guy's finally coming a little bit later with a ladder outside, because I'm on the second floor, and he's going to open them somehow. He's going to crack the seal, so to speak. So that's a little bit later today. So a lot of stuff happening. And all right, so I'll tell you about my life story. And so let's see here. And it's essentially, it's kind of like a subdominant thing too. Say, I'll give you an example of a subdominant, a way you use this in a subdominant situation. Say you're in the key of G, like we are, right? And you want to move over to a G minor, and you want to go to you have a G minor, it's relative minor, B flat. You go with the G. So essentially, if you were in it's G minor, the relative major is B flat major. If I wanted to go from B flat major to G minor, so it's like a 1 to a 6 chord right here. I can go, instead of going right from there, I can go to a D minor, to a 3 chords. You have to a D minor, to a G minor. See, there you go. So you have D, B flat. I'm sorry here. I'll use the tuner when all else fails. Hold on a second there. We'll go with it. Here it is. So, there you go. Pretty good. Actually works, the tuner. So you have a B flat major to a D. But that D minor to the G isn't a very strong resolution right there. If I took this D minor and I made it major, doesn't that sound like it wants to go to this D more so? So now I have to D7, to G minor. So that allows me to switch to G harmonic minor. So I was playing D like this. How about it? Like. So if it was a B flat major, it's like a G shape right here, to a D7, G minor, B, D7, That's a great usage, and you could do that in any key as well. When you want to lead from a 6, from a 1 to a 6 chord. You can go. So instead of going right from the to the G minor, you can go. If I was in E, I can do the same thing from G to E. Go to B7. So that would go right from a G major to B7 to B. To a B Phrygian Dominant. The G major. All right. So, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. Any questions, please let me know. We're going Phrygian Dominant here. We got the snake box, so we call it. So, all right. So we can analyze this a little bit more here today. And I do have a guitar course. I'll put a link in. There is a link in the description. I talk about subdominant scales, and there's lots of backing tracks in there as well. It's called the Essential Skills Collection for Guitar. And I talk about, actually there's videos, I don't just talk about it. Fretboard memorization, where you learn the whole fretboard. The easiest way to learn the whole fretboard. Circle of fifths, where all music and everything, all chord progressions come from, and blues soloing. So 3 very important topics I hit on the Essential Skills. And part of those is the subdominant chords and how they work with harmonic minor and everything. So whenever you have a subdominant chord, you could use this scale in it. And the subdominant chord, it's so powerful, and it's in so many songs. I mean, how many times have you heard? Every time you hear that, you'll hear like in E, Phrygian Dominant, to an A minor. And that's all it is right there. It's Phrygian Dominant is a dominant scale. It's taking the harmonic minor, it's taking the minor scale, and it's just giving you a half step up to it. And that half step is the third of the Phrygian Dominant. Tune for your pleasure. Here we go. Watch this. That's the way I tune. My own method of tuning. This explains a lot, doesn't it? Wow. There you go. Close enough for rock and roll. All right, so going back over to here, we'll close that out to Essential Skills. We'll go over to this thing. We'll just mess around with this a little bit more and we'll close it up for today. Check it out. G minor to a D7. So it's basically your 3 notes per string right here. All right. Oh, so we got a friend here from, oh, it's Ivan. Ivan, great, thanks, mate. From Chile. Oh my God, did I meet you in Chile, Ivan, when I was there last month? Not quite sure, because I went to I stayed in Santiago. We were there for a week, and it was a beautiful trip last month. And our hotel was it was surrounded by 2 music stores, music store mall right there. And it was really amazing. And I spoke to a bunch of people there, and I haven't really gotten back with a bunch of people there. But there was a guy, George Ruiz, I believe, Ruiz Guitars, who I met, who created guitars, said he wanted to make me a guitar, which is really cool. But I'm not sure if I met you there, Ivan. I'll give you a round of applause. If not, give you a round of applause anyway. This was your idea. I did bring up your thingamajiggy right here. Where is it? Is it this thing? Your link right there, or your comment. So thank you very much for the idea for this video. Hope you don't mind that I put that up there. Yeah. So very cool. From Chile. What a beautiful country. Beautiful country that is. Just fell in love with it. A week wasn't enough. there for sure. Watching from Chile. Very, very grateful for that. Thank you very much for that. So, doing your idea, 3 notes per string, harmonic minor, and that's essentially what we have going on right here. You know, we're taking this mode right here, which is that the D notes are emphasized. If you played the D notes along with that scale, you would get this. It's a D Phrygian Dominant. Resolves to the C, to the G. So really, really simple if you look at it that way. You know, you have that mode, or you have this one, which is, it's derived from the G harmonic minor. See, the G minor scale is just like this. 3 notes per string. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But we'll change one note. We'll change from the F to the F sharp. We're raising it. So now it's a G harmonic minor. So within that scale, the G harmonic minor, because we changed that F to an F sharp, now the D is a dominant chord. It's a major chord now, because we switch it from a minor, which if it was an F, it would have been minor, but now it's major. So that's what gives it that sound. So all the other notes around it is still like from Phrygian, which is a half step up here. Then you have the major. So that's the whole sound. That's the snake box sound. You know, the snake coming out of the box right there, right? All right, Jeffrey Boyle, glad you like this. Very, very cool. So we got a couple more minutes here, and we'll wrap this up. And then we go over to here, and I show on this screen how to use these 2 scales together over these chords. So I have this track right here. You could do this in any key. We pick G right here. So G minor. Do D. Or you know what we could do also, if we wanted to, we can go ahead and do something like this. Check it out. We could stay on a D7 chord and do just the D Phrygian Dominant. Check this out. I will create a little loop right here, right in front of your eyes. Now backing track right here. We're going to create. Check it out. Over D7 chord. We'll just go like this. Save that. Okay, so now we have just this D7 loop. And we'll use, go back to here, and we'll use not this scale, not that one, but this one. Now over this D7, we're going to play the G harmonic minor scale. per string right here too. Oops. I'm switching back and forth between the two modes. Like the G. G harmonic 1. Check it out. I'll stay on D for a little bit. I like this 3 notes per string area right here. It's pretty cool. Give it a little bigger view right here. Check it out. 3 notes per string on the D, harmonic Phrygian Dominant. Whoops. It's live, you know. It's a G, a D arpeggio. right, thank you very much, guys, for hanging out with me here today. And we're going to wrap it up here. But thank you very much for watching. And any ideas for any future videos, please let me know. Thank you very much, Jeffrey and Ivan from Chile. It's so great to have you aboard. And thanks for the great idea here, Billy Bully, Jared Devil, and everybody watching in the future. Thank you very much. And just remember, be cool, be kind, be cherry. If you want to see another video that I made on the harmonic minor 3 notes per string all across the fretboard, I'll put a video link right there. Check that out. And I'll see you in the next video. And have a great week, everybody. Love yous, and I'll catch you then. Peace.